More than 80,000 fans in 5 days has built the excitement to a fever pitch. And tonight, every available seat of this huge auditorium is taken, as the last two teams are ready to battle it out for the 1966 championship. With turnouts like this, it's small wonder that Iowa has earned for itself the title Queen State of girls basketball. And the 15,000 fans in this auditorium tonight, plus the millions more looking in on a vast television network covering Iowa and parts of 6 surrounding states, will be watching the kind of match that fans of any sport delight to see. Two underdogs, two Cinderella teams meeting for the title. For the first time in history, two schools that lost sectional final games will be facing each other for the crown. Everly from northwest Iowa and Lake City from west central Iowa. Under the rules of district play, both Everly and Lake City have set the teams that had beaten them previously to make a dramatic entry into the state meet. Now the big moment has arrived, the championship game between Everly and Lake City, a meeting that has created tremendous interest because of the exciting fashion in which these teams have ridden roughshod down the tournament trail, bowling over favored clubs right and left. Everly, with a young team, came on strong late in the season. The Cattle Feeders knocked off the state's second-ranking club, Hartley, in the district finals after losing 3 previous meetings to this same team, including one by 42 points. Jeanette Olson is one of the most talked-about sophomores ever to play at state, and with good reason. Standing 5 feet 10, Jeanette led the Cattle Feeders scoring during the season with 721 points, and she's the top scorer in the tournament so far, with 122 points coming into the championship game. Karen Klett, the only senior in the Everly front court, is the second leading scorer on this. Judy Walton rounds out the Cattle Feeders forward court. Like Jeanette Olson, she's only a sophomore. She scored 450 points during the season. Everly boasts the highest scoring offense in the tournament, close to 84 points a game. But the Cattle Feeders also have a fine defensive unit, spearheaded by senior Sylvia Gronwald and sophomore Linda Nordstrom. Lake City is a predominantly senior team, with great balance at both ends of the court and the ability to win the close ones, as witnessed the Eagles' one-point victories in the district final and the semifinals of this tournament last night. Mary Jo McClintock is one of the finest forwards in the state. Some argue that she is the best. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, she scored 754 points during the season and so far has 92 in 3 games at state. Chris Streeter, her running mate at forward, dumped in 621 points during the season and was outstanding with her overall floor play. June McClintock, the other half of the sister combination, is a junior. She scored 348 points during the season in her team's balanced attack. The Lake City guard court is headed by Luann Osborne, a 5 foot 9 inch senior, who is closely assisted by 2 other senior standouts, Carol Hallam and Sandy Stye. So far in this tournament, no team has been able to score more than 53 points against this aggregation in a single game. Now for the introduction of the starting lineups. For Everly, in the light uniforms at forward, number 52, Karen Klett, 5 feet 7.5 inches and a senior. Number 54, Jeanette Olson, 5 feet 10 and a sophomore. Number 32, Judy Walton, 5 feet 7, a sophomore. At guard for Everly, number 4, Sylvia Gronwald, 5 feet 7 and a senior. Number 12, Linda Nordstrom, 5 feet 7.5, sophomore. Number 50, Connie Rolls, 5 feet 8.5 and a junior. Coach, Larry Johnson. For Lake City in the dark uniforms at forward, number 25, Mary Jo McClintock, 5 feet 11, senior. Number 13, Chris Streeter, 5 feet 6, senior. Number 15, Jane McClintock, 5 feet 6, junior. In the guard court for Lake City, number 41, Luann Olson, 5 feet 9, senior. Number 23, Carol Hallam, 5 feet 8, senior. Number 45, Sandy Stye, 5 feet 7, senior. Coach of Lake City, Ross Samuelson. Now we're all set for the start of the game, and we bring you the play-by-play reported on our live telecast of the game on WHO TV Des Moines, with commentary by yours truly, Jim Zabel.
And right now, the ball is put in the play in the forecourt of Everly. Jeanette Olson, number 54, is up there, along with Judy Walton, 32, and Karen Klett, number 52. Klett has it underneath. As she tries a shot, she's fouled. First foul of the ball game, called on number 41, Luann Osborne, the fine post guard of Lake City. Lake City wearing dark red uniforms and Everly in white. Klett will be at the charity line. Fouled in the act of shooting. She gets another one. Everly leading 1-0. 8 seconds gone from the start of the state championship game. 2-0, Everly. Luann Olson with the ball. Luann Osborne, rather, we should say. As she brings it down across the line. Osborne has it. These Everly forwards are known for their defensive play, and watch them tonight, how aggressively they play on defense. Lake City now in forecourt. Streeter, McClintock, and Mary Jo McClintock. Here's Chris Streeter with the ball, the second leading scorer. Mary Jo, the hook shot is up, and they battle for it. Mary Jo grabs the rebound. Jane McClintock, number 15. Chris Streeter now, number 13. Back to Mary Jo. Streeter drives the right side. Pass is blocked. Traveling is called on Chris Streeter. Ball will be put into play by Sylvia Gronwald of the Everly backcourt. Gronwald, number 4. Connie Rolls, number 50. High pass to Olson. Left side now to Walton. Back to Jeanette Olson, a great sophomore post forward. Shovels it underneath to Walton. The basket won't count. Foul call previously on Lou Ann Osborne. Walton will be at the line. The interesting thing, Everly lost 3 times during the season, or twice during the season to Hartley, and then lost in the sectional championship game. But under the new rules, the loser also advances to district, and they beat Hartley 79-76. 3-0 is the score now in favor of Everly, as the Lake City Guards working against the ever-present forwards of Everly, who play a lot of good defense out there. Chris Streeter with the ball. Mary Jo McClintock back to Streeter again, and over to Jane McClintock. Streeter. Jane McClintock shoots and scores. 3-2. Everly in front by 1. Jeanette Olson over to Walton. Back to Olson again. Olson starts to drive. Jump shot Olson. Rims out and down. Rebounded by Klett. Klett over to Walton. She lays it up and scores. Beautiful job of passing on there. 5-2. Everly out in front. Streeter with the ball. Jane McClintock. Underneath. Jump shot is good. Mary Jo McClintock. 5-4. 5:53 left to go in the first quarter. Klett almost lost control of the ball. Walton feeds to Olson. Olson down the right side. Stops. Bounce passes underneath to Klett. Klett lays a shot up there. Off balance. No good. Klett fights for it. Gets it again. Lays it up there. Still no good. Now Olson tries to put it up, and she is fouled by Carol Hollum. Timeout is called. Timeout is called with the score Everly 5, Lake City 4. Jeanette Olson will be at the charity line. Olson is the tournament's leading scorer. She scored 122 points in 3 games. She was Everly's leading scorer during the season. With 721 points, she's only a sophomore. Stands 5 feet 10, 16 years old. She's a sophomore. She's got a lot of great basketball ahead of her. Olson shoots. It's Everly 6, Lake City 4. 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Lake City Guards now. Osborne across the line. The ball is deflected and almost stolen away by Everly. Lake City has it. Streeter to McClintock. Bullet pass out of control and out of bounds. Gronwald will throw it in. Everly in light, Lake City in dark uniform. Ball bounced out of bounds again. Hits McClintock, I believe, and goes out of bounds, so it'll be played in once again by Gronwald. She'll try to hit Nordstrom. She does. Linda Nordstrom, fine sophomore guard of Everly. Back again. Nordstrom with the ball over to Gronwald. Connie Rolls. Fine defensive play by the forwards of Lake City. But they get it into forecourt. Walton over to Jeanette Olson. Back to Walton again. Bullet pass underneath, intended for Klett. Olson rather, can't hold on to it. Olson injured her leg early in the season, and it still occasionally troubles her. As you'll notice, she favors her right leg, except when she shoots, then it doesn't seem to bother it. All right. Long pass, and once again, Everly, the pressing defense of Everly, the pressure defense pays off as Everly comes up with an interception. Walton has it back. Klett to Olson. Here's Olson, jump shot, she scores. Everly now leads 8-4 over Lake City. Streeter to Jane McClintock. Back to Pam Streeter again. Bullet pass to Mary Jo McClintock. It's good. Mary Jo gets her second field goal. 8-6 is the score. Olson with the ball. Walton. Back to Olson again. Throws the lead pass to Walton. Bank shot is no good. It's a jump ball. Sandy Stye, number 45, jumps against Olson of Everly. Everly gets the tip. Walton to Olson. Whistle blows on Stye, number 45. Spells her name S-T-E-I-G. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Karen Klett has 82 points in 3 tournament games for Everly. Mary Jo McClintock has 92 points for Lake City. All right, Everly with the rebound. Walton back to Olson. Olson on the drive, fakes on the shot. Tries to work it in. She does. She's tied up here. It'll be a jump ball. Walton for Everly against Carol Hollum for Lake City. Olson to Klett. Back to Olson again. Walton. Olson. Walton. Great defensive play out there by both teams. Look at those Lake City guards work. Olson tried to drive in and through, and the hacking foul is called on Carol Hollum. Everly has averaged 80 points in tournament play, and Lake City has averaged 60 points in tournament play on offense. Olson's free throw, rebounded by Osborne, post guard of Lake City. Traveling called against Carol Hollum. 8-6, Everly leads. 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Olson has the ball for Everly. Walton, back to Olson. Walton makes a save on it. Karen Klett, guarded by Osborne. Pass is blocked. Walton over to Olson. Here's Olson's jump shot. Rims out and down. Followed through by Walton, no good. They grab the rebound, and Osborne comes up with it for Lake City. Back to Osborne again. Stye. Ball stolen away by Everly. Once again, the cattle feeders come up with a steal. Walton. Ball bounced out of her hands by Stye, but gets it back again. Here's Judy Walton with the ball. Tries to get into the post. Olson saves it. Out to Walton. Walton to Olson. Great defensive work by both teams. Olson's jump shot. 10-6. Pam Streeter with the ball to Jane McClintock. Back to Streeter again for Lake City. The Eagles have it. Long set shot. A beauty by Jane McClintock. As she clips the net. 10-8. Everly leading by 2. 2:25 left to go first quarter. Olson. Bounce pass to Walton. Back again now to Klett. She has the ball stolen away from a beautiful defensive play by Osborne, but it's once again loose. They scramble for it. Traveling is called against Carol Hollum. Hollum charged with traveling. Oh, we're seeing some pretty wild basketball here. Olson with the ball, push pass over to Walton. Walton into Klett. Here's Karen Klett, tries his shot. They're letting him go out there, and some pretty rugged rebounding as they try to go. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Everly's along their offensive baseline. Klett throws it in. Osborne guarding her. High pass. And a foul on Olson. Carol Hollum got the ball. Fouled by Olson. 10-8 is the score. At the charity line now is Pam Streeter, number 13. Good. Lake City 9, Everly 10. Everly guards. Work the ball up. Bullet pass from Nordstrom into forecourt. She tries to hit Olson. And Olson has to reach for it, and it goes out of bounds. Everly getting a little wild. Here's Stein throwing the ball into Osborne now for Lake City. Lake City on a wild pass. Both teams appear to be riled up here now, and they're going to try and calm things down with a timeout. There's a timeout with the score. Everly 10 and Lake City 9. Both teams have had wild passes to lose the ball. Now it goes back to Everly. Gronwald puts it in play as they try to get it. Connie rolls over to Nordstrom across the line. Here's Walton with the ball to Olson. Walton. Tries to drive the left. Into goes to Klett. Her shot. No good. Blocked partially by Osborne. Osborne doing a great job out there. She comes up with a rebound and is fouled by Klett. Foul on Karen Klett. These teams are just about as evenly matched at this stage as everybody predicted they would be. Right now, a chance to tie the score. Pam Streeter, she does tie it. It's tied at 10. Minute 32 left to go in a hectic first quarter. All right, Everly with the ball. It's there to work it out of the backcourt. And McClintock, Jane McClintock, trying to bat the ball away from Gronwald, is charged with a foul. Jeanette Olson shoots the fouls in the front court. 1:28 to play. 1-and-1 shot here for Jeanette. She breaks the tie. Everly 11, Lake City 10. The Eagles of Lake City against the Cattle Feeders of Everly. Two teams from Northwest Iowa. Northwest Iowa has really dominated this tournament. North Central and Northwest. All the top 4 teams came from there. Here's Osborne with the ball. Working around to Carol Holland. Long pass to McClintock. Lays it up. The shot is good. The fast break works. Lake City is tied now, 12-12. Beautiful fast break. Here's Walton with the ball for Everly. It's good. Walton picks up her 5th point. 14-12, Everly by 2. Pass into the corner. Mary Jo McClintock out to Pam Streeter. Back to Mary Jo. It's good. Teams are matching field goals. Game tied at 14. 46 seconds to play. Klett over to Walton. Back to Karen Klett. Drives into the lane. She's fouled. Osborne charged with a foul. That's her 3rd. 38 seconds to play in the first quarter. 2-shot foul for Karen Klett. 15-14, Everly. Rebound once again picked off by Stye over to Osborne for Lake City. The Eagles have it. Back to Stye. 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Everly stealing that ball. Once again, aggressively, Connie Rolls comes up with it. That's Everly's stock and trade. They like to play that pressure defense, steal that ball, force a turnover. Here's Jeanette Olson. Walton tries to bounce pass, and it goes right into the arms of Carol Holland. Into forecourt now. Streeter with the ball. Chris Streeter. There's the end of the first quarter with the score. Everly 15, Lake City 14.
At the end of the first quarter, the game is just as close as most everyone predicted it would be, but Everly is ice cold from the field, hitting only 4 of 14 shots, while Lake City hit 6 of 7. If the Cattle Feeders slack off at all in their offensive rebounding, they could be in real trouble. Now the second quarter.
Streeter over to McClintock. Here's Chris Streeter. Pass under to Mary Jo. They rule it was deflected out of bounds by Connie Rolls of Everly. So it'll be played in by Mary Jo McClintock. Streeter. Lake City out in front now by 1 point, 16-15. As the teams trade points. Karen Klett. Over to Walton. Back to Klett. Underneath. Olson got the ball and was fouled. Foul on Carol Holland. 3 fouls on Holland, and that could be an important factor later on. 2 of the Lake City guards had 3 fouls each. Jeanette Olson at the line. She pulls Everly into a tie at 16. Both of these teams lost their sectional finals, but under new rules, the sectional loser also advances to district. They both won against the team that beat them in the sectional final, Hartley and Peyton Chardin. 17-16. Osborne with the ball. Over to Holland. Back to Osborne. Defense played by the forwards of both of these clubs is terrific. McClintock. Mary Jo. It's good. Mary Jo McClintock puts Lake City back in front. 18-17. A minute gone from the start of the second quarter. Walton with the ball to Olson. Back to Walton. Holds over ahead to Klett. Klett drives in, and the shot is good. And now they match buckets. Everly back in front, 19 to 18. Streeter to Mary Jo McClintock. Jump shot. And they fight for the rebound, taken by Everly. Nordstrom to Gronwald. Boy, and they are going after that basketball. Klett over to Walton and now to Olson. Walton. Olson. Underneath to Walton. Tight guarding, forcing him off balance there. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a jump. Sky against Klett. 19 to 18. Everly in front by 1. Walton over to Karen Klett. Klett's the only senior in that forecourt for Everly. Jeanette Olson. Look at that jump shot. Pops in and out. Back to Olson again. Travels with the ball. Jeanette Olson, tournament scoring leader with 122 points so far. They'll bring it down court. And it'll now be Lake City's out of bounds. Olson has 9 points in this ballgame, but only 2 field goals. Testimony to the toughness of this Lake City defense. Osborne. Hallam. McClintock. Back to Streeter. Streeter in the top of the circle now. Underneath to Mary Jo, and Mary Jo's shot. A little bit too much force on the glass. They go after it, a jump ball. Linda Nordstrom against Chris Streeter. Gronwald comes up with it for Everly. Really pass it around here. Walton. Olson. 5:37 left to go in the first half. Walton back to Olson again. Olson's jump shot is good. Notice Olson, after she makes the shot, she goes into a noticeable limp when she walks. That's from an injury she suffered early in the season. But she told me in an interview it doesn't bother her at all when she shoots. She's not conscious of it. All right, here's Lake City with McClintock trying a shot. The follow through by Streeter. A heartbreaker, no good. Comes down, it'll be a jump. Connie Rolls, number 50 of Everly, jumping against Mary Jo McClintock of Lake City. Streeter. Back to Mary Jo. Has the ball knocked out of her hands, and a foul on number 4, Sylvia Gronwald. At the line will be Mary Jo McClintock. Everly leading 21 to 18. 5:05 to play in the first half. 21 to 19. Everly out of backcourt. Gronwald, number 4. Connie Rolls and Linda Nordstrom. Back to Gronwald again. The ball is still controlled by Everly. Both teams really going at it on defense here. Jeanette Olson over to Walton. Back to Olson again. Karen Klett drives the left side of the lane. Klett's shot is no good, but a foul called on Stye. 2 fouls on Stye. 3 fouls on Carol Hallam. And 3 fouls on Lou Ann Osborne also. In the backcourt of Lake City. Karen Klett makes it 22 to 19. 23 to 19, Everly. Everly, or Lake City guards now, moving it out. Ball is batted out of bounds. Stye will move out to throw it in. Sandy Stye. Osborne. Carol Hallam. There's a pass again, intercepted by Everly. Cattle feeders get it back again. Olson. Walton. Olson. Walton over to Klett along the baseline, driving against Osborne, who has to be careful with the fouls he has on her. Here's Walton. Olson, jump shot. Stye with a rebound. Osborne. Almost loose at that time. Hallam comes up with it. Osborne. Across the line. Streeter. Jane McClintock. Whistle blows, and there is a timeout. Timeout is called with Everly leading Lake City 23-19. Everly puts the ball into play out of the backcourt. Come the cattle feeders. Olson. Walton. Back to Walton again. Walton, I guess, was trying a shot, was partially blocked, or a feed. I don't know what, but it was too short. Osborne came up with the interception. Streeter to Mary Jo McClintock. She has the angle. She scores. 23-21, a two-point ball game. Everly in front by 2. 3:16 to play. Olson to Klett. Back to Olson again. She's at the free throw line, but doesn't take the shot. Walton. Carry-up shot by Klett. Off the glass, it's a jump ball. Both of these teams are going after those rebounds about as hard as we've seen two girls teams fight off the glass. Olson controlled the tip that time. Now she has the ball. Over to Walton. Olson. Olson with the ball. Walton to Klett. Klett in along the baseline. Tries one. Partially blocked, and Klett comes down with a rebound again. Look at that offensive rebounding for Everly. Shot after shot. Walton to Klett. Back to Walton again. Finally, Walton tries one. It's no good, and they still have the ball. Here's Klett. The right side of Walton. Finally, the ball is stolen away by Stye. Streeter with the ball to McClintock. Traveling call on Chris Streeter. Chris Streeter, a tough break. Traveling call. 2:19 to play in the first half. Everly scrapping for that ball. Mary Jo McClintock and Connie Rose will jump. Tipped by McClintock over to Streeter. Back out in front to Jane McClintock. Streeter. Mary Jo has the ball. It's loose. It's out of bounds. See what's going to happen here. A foul on Everly, on Gronwald. 23-21. Everly leading, but right now at the line, a one-shot foul for Mary Jo McClintock. She could cut the margin to 1 point, and she does. 23-22. Mary Jo now has 14 points. Everly with the ball. Gronwald, bullet pass across to Olson. Tightly guarded out there by Carol Holland. Back to Olson again. Walton. Lake City guards coming out playing tighter defense. Olson tried to make a save on the ball. It is going over to Lake City. Stye throws it in. Chris Streeter. Lake City with the ball. Streeter drives the right side. Stops. Wheels. Fires back. Jane McClintock shoots and it rims down. Rebounded by McClintock. Chris Streeter. Mary Jo has it. Tough luck on a bank shot. The rebound picked off by Rolls. Gronwald with the ball for the cattle feeders. Back to Rolls again. High pass to Klett. The gals really whipped that ball around over to Jeanette Olson. 1:16 left to go in the first half. Walton drives in, and the layup is good. 25-22. 1 minute to play in the first half. Underneath to Mary Jo McClintock. She comes right back with a bucket. 25-24. Everly by 1. Cattle feeders have it. Walton with the ball. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Walton passes back to Klett. Klett tried to drive in. The pass was blocked by Osborne, and a charging foul. Charging foul is called on Klett. That's your second foul. See, Olson's going to the bench. She's replaced by Beverly Winterbauer. 25-24. The score. Lake City has the ball in forecourt. 32 seconds to play. Streeter and McClintock. Here's Jane McClintock. It's good. And Lake City takes the lead. Shot that banked off the glass. Lake City 26, Everly 25. Cattle feeders have the ball. Winterbauer tries to drive in. Bounce passes into the post. Back to Winterbauer. 3-second violation called against Everly. Shot was no good. 3-second violation called. 9 seconds to play. Lake City has the ball. Long pass down court. Intercepted by Everly. Time is running out. They won't have time for a shot. There's the horn. And an exciting first half comes to an end. With the score, Lake City 26, Everly 25. We'll be back.
Everly hit only 25% of the field in the first half, while Lake City burned up the nets with a 55% pace. And yet the cattle feeders trail by only 1 point at the half due to their free throw shooting and rebounding. Mary Jo McClintock scored 16 points in a brilliant first half. Now here's the third quarter.
Mary Jo McClintock. Ball intercepted. Coming up with it, Linda Nordstrom on an interception by Everly. Jeanette Olson. To Walton. To Olson. Jump shot Olson. Off for him a little bit there on these jumps. They scramble for it, and they're going to call a jump ball. It'll be a jump ball in the forward court of Lake City. Linda Nordstrom against Chris Streeter. 7:37 to play here in the quarter. Ball is controlled by Everly. Sylvia Gronwald has it flicked away from her, but picks it back up again. Gronwald back now to Nordstrom. Back to Gronwald, and Gronwald is fouled by Chris Streeter. Streeter picks up her first foul. And shooting will be Jeanette Olson of Everly. Everly's been down there every year since 1961. This is the first time they've been in the championship game. Olson's free throw. Look at that thing roll around up there. Oh, man. She ties the score at 26. Osborne with the ball. Out to Hallam. Hallam has the ball stolen away, but a foul called on Judy Walton. Foul is on Walton. So now we move up where Chris Streeter will shoot. 7:18 left to go, third period. Streeter will be at the line. Rebounded by Connie Rolls of Everly. Tight guarding by these forwards. Oh boy. Flip across the line, takes it to Walton. To Klett. Back to Walton again. Olson. Olson down the lane. Olson good on her shot. Rolled around and dropped through. Everly 28, Lake City 26. Streeter and McClintock play catch with the ball. Jane McClintock back to Chris Streeter. Here's Mary Jo. She's open, shoots and scores. Mary Jo McClintock tied at 28. Olson to Walton. To Olson. They try to screen. She bounce passes to Klett. The basket's no good. Foul call previous to that on Klett. Charging. Third foul on Karen Klett. She's the only senior in the Everly forward court. The other two girls are sophomores, Walton and Olson. Osborne moves it out along with Hallam. Takes it out there and a jump ball called. Connie Rolls, number 50, jumping opposite Chris Streeter, number 13. Now they're going to award the ball out of bounds. Stepped into the circle, so they awarded out of bounds to Lake City. Eagles have it. Chris Streeter. Jane McClintock sets and shoots. Pops out again. Rebounded by Everly, and a foul coming up on Lake City. Foul on Jane McClintock. 2 fouls on Jane. As Everly came down with a rebound, and now Jeanette Olson at the line. Tied at 28. She breaks the tie. 29 for Everly, 28 for Lake City. Eagles with the ball. Osborne finds Hallam. Long pass to McClintock. Mary Jo with the ball. She's got the angle. No good. Out of bounds. Down court, Everly with it. Everly gets it. Rohnwald moves out now, number 4. To Rolls, number 50. To Lyndon Nordstrom. Walton. Klett. Back to Walton again. Over on the right side, Jeanette Olson. To Klett. Klett in the lane. Her layup shot is missed, and foul number 4 is called on Lou Ann Osborne. Tough break for Lake City. They're picking up those fouls in the backcourt. 2-shot foul now coming up. Karen Klett at the line. Score remains 29-28. Everly by 1. 30-28. 5:42 left to go, third period. Osborne. Timeout is called by Lake City. With the score, Everly 30, Lake City 28. Lake City with the ball. Lake City with the ball. Trying to work it out of the backcourt. Stye. Gets it across. McClintock. Jane McClintock has it. Chris Streeter. Streeter on the left of the lane. Back to Mary Jo. It's a good one, and the score is tied again at 30. Score is tied again at 30. Everly in forecourt. Klett to Olson. Olson along the baseline. Good. Teams match field goals. Everly in front again, 32-30. 4:53 to go, third period. Underneath McClintock. It is no good, and the rebound by Everly. Connie Rolls takes it off, fires it into forecourt. Everly with the ball. Walton, whistle blows, foul called on Hallam. 4 fouls now on Carol Hallam. The official all-tournament team selected by Press Radio and TV has been announced. We'll give it to you during the course of the ball game. Free throw makes it 33-30. Everly out in front. Lake City with the ball. Streeter. Hands back to Jane McClintock. Over to Streeter again. Mary Jo McClintock has it. Her bank shot is short. Loose. Everly with the rebound. Foul called on the front court of Lake City. The foul is on Jane McClintock. 3 fouls. At forward, the all-tournament team. Mary Jo McClintock of Lake City. Jeanette Olson of Everly. Pat Peterson of Dunlap. Sharon Tyler of South Hamilton. The guard, Lou Ann Osborne of Lake City. Ann Grady of Dunlap. Karen Harms of Wellsburg. Sylvia Groenwald of Everly. Captain, Mary Jo McClintock received the most votes on the all-tournament team. Just announced. Both shots make it 35-30. Everly with the ball. And a foul is now called on Rowell. Connie Rolls of Everly charged with the foul. Her first. 35-30, Everly's biggest lead. Mary Jo McClintock cuts it down by 1, 35-31, Everly leading. Connie Rolls with the ball, trying to work it out of the backcourt, gets it over to Groenwald. Across the line. And it's loose on the court. Let's see what's going to happen. A foul is called. Karen Klett stumbled, and a foul called on Walton. Well, the tides of basketball can change rapidly. And they did on that particular sequence. Everly trying to fast break. Karen Klett stumbled. Foul on Walton at the line. Streeter shoots. It's no good. Everly has the rebound again. Groenwald. Everly's a great rebounding team. Klett to Walton. 4 minutes left to go in the third period. Walton to Klett. Back out to Walton again. Here's Walton's bank shot. Good. Judy Walton puts it through. 37-31, a 6-point lead for the cattle feeders of Everly. Their biggest margin. Jane McClintock to Streeter to McClintock. He tries the long set shot, misses everything. Save on the ball, but it's taken by Everly. Groenwald comes up with it. Girls are allowed to get up. Now Klett with the ball in forecourt for the cattle feeders. Over to Walton. Left side to Klett. Walton with the ball. Jeanette Olson. Olson along the baseline. Good. As Everly starts to find that range. 39-31. Everly in an 8-point lead. 3:09 to play in the third quarter. Jane McClintock back to Chris Streeter. Lower half of the circle. Whistle blows. And a violation. Foul called on Linda Nordstrom. That's her first. 1-and-1 shot here for Mary Jo McClintock. 39-32. 3:01 to play in the third quarter. Mary Jo McClintock got more votes than any other girl on the all-tournament team. You're watching her right now. 39-33. She cuts Everly's lead to 6. Nordstrom. Gronwald. Across the line to Jeanette Olson. Back again to Walton. Underneath. Ball batted away, but stolen back again by Everly. Karen Klett. Here's Olson with it. Olson fakes. And she's fouled. The basket, let's see if they're going to count. The ball fell through. And the basket counts, I believe. 1-and-1. No, the basket doesn't count. Foul took place before the bucket. 39-33. And Olson will be at the line on the 1-and-1. Pops in and out. Jump ball is called. Some of the fans don't agree with the call, as you can tell. And they're letting the officials know about it. All right, the tip is controlled by Jeanette Olson. Here's Klett tries to drive in, and it's a foul on Karen Klett for charging. 4 fouls on Klett. So Everly could be in deep trouble, too, if she picks up a couple more. She's one of the real mainstays of that front court. 39-33. Everly in front. Lake City with the ball. Carol Holland to Osborne. There's the pass intercepted by Gronwald. They're forcing Lake City into long passes, and Everly's picking him off. Walton to Klett. Back to Walton again. On the right side. Here's Klett. Klett lays it up good. Karen Klett shoots and scores. And the score is now Everly 41, Lake City 33. McClintock, Mary Jo with the ball. Passes back out to Chris Streeter. Here's Streeter. Back out in front now to Jane McClintock. Under Mary Jo. Ball almost stolen. Mary Jo shoots. No good. Gronwald with the rebound. Across the line to Walton. Klett with the ball. Walton. Walton drives the right side. Jumps, shoots, short. Ball will be a jump ball. 41-33, 1:35 to go third period. A jump ball is called between Stye and Olson. Olson tips it over to Walton. Gal can really get off the floor. Back to Walton again. Looks, drives the left side of the lane. Spins around, under to Klett. Klett lays a shot up there. Partially blocked by Osborne. And Klett picks up her 5th foul. Karen Klett charged with her 5th foul. Well, we say it's unusual to see forwards pick up this many fouls, but in modern girls basketball, these forwards play an awful lot of defense. Now, the shot no good. Rebounded by Nordstrom. Over to Gronwald. Across the line to Olson. 1 minute and 14 seconds to go in the third period. Walton with the ball. Whistle blows. Foul called on Osborne. It's 6 fouls on Osborne. I believe it's 6. It is. Tough break for Lake City. This great postcard. Lou Ann Osborne fouls out, and it's always a tearful situation when the gals have to leave the ballgame. Action continues. (42-33). Action continues. Jan Pierce comes in at guard. Foul is called on Winterbore. Klett has now gone to the bench. She has 5 fouls on her. Osborne is fouled out for Lake City. 42-33, 1:05 to go. Everly grabs the rebound. Ronwald. Tied up. Let's see what's going to happen. Over the line, so it's going to come out now to Everly. Jeanette Olson to Walton. Winterbore. Here's Winterbore with the ball. Back to Walton. The ball stolen away by Carol Hallam. In the forecourt, once again intercepted by Everly. Cattle feeders have it. Left side. Walton. Olson. Olson. Fall away jumper. Look at that gal score. Olson puts it through the hoop. 44-33. And Streeter falls down. I hope she isn't hurt. Shaken up, though, that's for sure. Says she's okay. Really slammed herself down on the floor there. All right, here's Streeter with the ball over to McClintock. Back to Streeter. Streeter starts her drive. Feeds back out to Jane McClintock. Here's Chris Streeter. Jump shot Streeter. Good. 44-35. There's the end of the third quarter. The end of the third quarter with a score. Everly 44, Lake City 35.
Jeanette Olson began to find the range in the third quarter, and Everly outscored Lake City 19 points to 9. But Lake City is known for its ability to come from behind in the fourth quarter. So with Mary Jo McClintock continuing to hit, we could be in for a scorching finish. Now, here's the fourth quarter.
All right. We're in action again, and Everly has the ball. Walton. Olson. Olson looking tough underneath there. She lays it up there and through. 46-35. Everly in front by 11. Mary Jo McClintock for Lake City. Streeter. Jane McClintock wrestles with Mary Jo McClintock for the rebound. Connie Rolls will jump now against Jane McClintock. Jane tips the ball back to Chris Streeter, over to Jane McClintock. Mary Jo has it. Back to Mary Jo. Hook shot Mary Jo is good. 46-37. Lake City on the short end. Everly with the ball on the counterattack. Winterbore into the post. They scramble for it. Jump ball. Winterbore, number 44. Jump opposite Pierce, number 43. Carol Hallam takes it for Lake City. Broken up by Everly. And they're going to give it, as she goes over the line, they're going to give it to Lake City in their forecourt. The Eagles have it. 46-37. Mary Jo McClintock leads a Lake City comeback. 46-39, and we have a game again. Everly with the ball. 2 straight buckets by McClintock have changed things here. Winterbore back into the post. Jeanette Olson fouled by Jan Pierce. Pierce came in replacing Luann Osborne. Pierce is 5'8", 16 years old, a junior. Jeanette Olson's free throw is no good. And the rebound is Lake City. Hallam to Stye to McClintock. Back to Jane McClintock. Chris. Jane McClintock. Streeter. McClintock shoots. Whistle blows. Offensive foul. An offensive foul called on Mary Jo McClintock. Offensive foul. That gives the ball now to Gronwald. Connie Rolls, 6:24 left to play. Great interception made by Mary Jo McClintock of Lake City to Jane McClintock. Back to Chris Streeter. Down the lane. Streeter Underneath, Mary Jo is open, shoots and scores. 3 straight field goals. We have a ball game here, 46-41. Lake City storming back. Everly with the ball. Winterbourne back out in front. Walton, no good. Rebound, Lake City. Sty has the ball. These Lake City fans going absolutely mad. Lake City with it. Chris Streeter back underneath. Bank shot is good. Lake City has made 4 straight baskets. They trail by 3 points, 46-43. Absolute bedlam out here. And now a foul is called on Lake City. I don't know who was on. Let's see. Don Pierce. Platt comes back in to the lineup. Winterbourne goes out as Lake City has come from an 11-point deficit to a 3-point. Jeanette Olson shoots and scores for Everly. 5:35 to play. What a finish this is going to be, regardless of who wins it. Olson's second one makes it 48-43. Now, Lake City with the ball in forecourt. McClintock to Streeter. Streeter down the left side. Back to Jane McClintock. She's open. She shoots. No good. Rebounded by Jane. Mary Jo McClintock. Streeter. Mary Jo again. Tries to get underneath. And a charging foul is called on Mary Jo. Charging foul on Mary Jo McClintock. That means that Gronwall now throws the ball in for Everly. Connie rolls. Foul called on Streeter, I believe. It is. Foul on Chris Streeter. That's her second. 5:06 to play. 48-43. Jeanette Olson at the line. Shoots the 1-and-1. No good. The rebound is picked up by Sty of Lake City. Jan Pierce moves the ball out. Foul on Rolls. Foul on Connie Rolls of Everly. That's her second. Puts Mary Jo McClintock at the line. 4:59 to play. Jam-packed crowd of more than 14,000 watching this. It's good. 48-44. She can make a 3-point ball game out of this if she scores. It's good. 48-45. 4:59 to play. Everly with the ball. A line violation called against Everly. A violation on the line. Throw-in against Everly. The ball goes over to Lake City. Streeter to McClintock. Chris Streeter with the ball. Back to McClintock. To Streeter. Underneath to Mary Jo McClintock. She shoots. Good! 48-47. A 1-point ball game. What a finish in store here. Coming down court with the ball now. Everly to Olson. Along the baseline. Olson shot. No good. The rebound. Lake City has the ball. They trail by 1 point. Pierce. 4:24 to play. High pass. Everly steals it back again. Connie rolls. Back to Everly, and a foul now called on Hallam. Foul is on Carol Hallam. 1-and-1 shot. No good by Walton. Scramble for the ball. Karen Klett is tied up with Sty. Jump ball. Walton has it now for Everly. Klett back to Walton. Walton drives. No good. Out of bounds. Lake City gets it. Lake City has it. 4:06 to play. Tremendous finish coming up here. Jan Pierce looks for somebody to throw to. Sty with the ball. Across the line to Mary Jo. Chris Streeter. Mary Jo McClintock. Streeter. Mary Jo. Shoots. Follow through. Good. Lake City leads. Lake City leads 49-48. An unbelievable comeback. And timeout. Wait a minute. Timeout is called. Timeout is called by Everly. All right, Everly with the ball in forecourt. Walton to Olson. Back to Walton again, to Klett, underneath to Olson. Tightly guarded, Olson shot, good. Jeanette Olson puts Everly back in front, 50-49. Mary Jo McClintock, bank shot is no good. Everly on the rebound. Gronwald fires the ball out. Rolls. Jeanette Olson. Walton. Klett almost loses control of it. Walton with the ball. Olson. Back to Walton again. Underneath, the pass intercepted by Pierce. Boy, that Pierce is playing a whale of a game. Coming in for Osborne. Lake City has the ball. The whistle blows. And a foul is called on Connie Rolls. Third foul on Rolls. 2:47 to play. And at the line will be McClintock with a 1-and-1. Rebound is taken by Everly. Shot no good. Gronwald has it. Across the line to Olson. Walton with the ball now. Back to Olson again. Olson on the right side. Drives in. Her shot no good. She is fouled by Pierce. Pierce, a very unhappy gal. She's done a great job, though, since she's been in there. Replacing Osborne, one of the top tournament guards. 2 shots for Olson. 51-49. 52-49. 3-point lead, Everly. 2:33 to play. Lake City has the ball. Pierce. Hallam. McClintock. Streeter. Jane McClintock. Back to Mary Jo. Streeter. Shot by Jane McClintock, in and out. Dufflucker, loose on the floor. Let's see who's going to get it. Lake City still has it. Streeter. Jane McClintock, back to Streeter. Underneath to Mary Jo. Bank shot, no good. Ball comes down. Foul on Lake City. Fourth foul called on Chris Streeter. 2:03 to play. Jeanette Olson has the 1-and-1 at the charity line for Everly. (53-49). (54-49). 5-point lead now again for Everly. 2:02 to play. Lake City with the ball out of the backcourt. Pierce. And a foul is called on Walton. Judy Walton. Picks up her third foul. Coach Larry Johnson comes over to talk to her. Number 25, McClintock at the line. 54-50. 4-point ball game. She can cut it down to 3. She does cut it down to 3. 54-51. Everly out in front here. Everly guards with the ball. Gronwald. They're trying to get the ball away from her. Up to Connie Rolls. Jeanette Olson. Boy, she guards that ball like it's pure gold. Over to Olson. Olson on the drive. Ball bounced out of her hands by Pierce. Foul on Pierce. Pierce is playing it tough in there. She popped that ball right back into her face, and they're calling it a 2-shot foul. Olson at the line. 35 points now for Olson. 36 points. All right, they steal the ball and they lay it through. The shot is good. Walton lays it through. Everly 58. Lake City 51. Streeter. Correction. Jane McClintock shoots and scores. Whirlwind finish here now. 1:19 to play. Everly with the ball. Karen Klett to Olson. Olson shot. No good. Rebounded by Walton. Her shot is good. Walton shoots and scores. 1:05 to play. Lake City in forecourt. McClintock's bank shot is good. 56 seconds. 60 to 55 is the score. And timeout is called. Foul call on Stein. Everly now apparently will go into a stall and play for the foul. Walton at the line. 61 to 55. $62 to 55. Ball goes out of bounds. Lake City loses it out of bounds. 42 seconds to go. Everly will have it. This place will be a madhouse in a few moments. We'll have the presentation of trophies after the game is over. 62 to 55. Everly in forecourt with the ball. And Klett, Walton, and Olson playing catch with it. As Lake City's guards desperately try to get it. Here's Karen Klett. 24 seconds. 20 seconds. Foul called on Stye. Sandy Stye. One and one shot. Everly, very cool under pressure. 63 to 55. 19 seconds to play. Walton, second free throw. Makes it 64 to 55. A 9-point lead. Lake City with the ball. Pierce. Double. Pierce a dribbling violation for Lake City. 17 seconds. Everly has it all wrapped up now, to all appearances. Ball is flicked out of bounds. Again by Lake City, so it'll be played in by Klett. Olson. Everly is largely an underclass team, too. Two of the three forwards are sophomores. Olson, the tournament scoring leader. 7 seconds to play. 10-point lead for Everly. They're letting the clock run out. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The game is over. Everly wins the championship of Iowa High School girls basketball for 1966.
There you have it, the championship game of Iowa girls high school basketball for 1966. And what a great victory for the girls from Everly, who weren't given much of a chance at the start of the meet, but who made the experts eat their words and wound up first on their 6th consecutive trip to state. Jeanette Olson led the Everly scoring with 36 points, and she won the overall tournament scoring title with 158 points in 4 games. Mary Jo McClintock paced Lake City with 37 points, and she wound up second in the final tournament scoring with 131. Now the presentation of trophies. Mr. Orrin C. Mann of Farragut, president of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, introduces the teams and players, while Mr. E. Wayne Cooley, executive secretary of the union, makes the awards. Runner-up in the state free throw contest, Connie Cry of Holstein, who made 23 of 25 attempts. Winner of the state free throw contest, Mary March of Urbandale, 24 of 25 attempts. Fourth place team, Wellsburg, a veteran of tournament appearances and always an exciting club to watch under the coaching of Bo Brenneman. Third place team, Dunlap, a come-from-behind club that had the stuff to win in the clutch, beating Wellsburg in the final seconds, 67 to 65. The coach is Dixie Morrison. Second place, the girls from Lake City, a fighting bunch of youngsters who gave the champions a real battle of it before going down to defeat. And the jubilant girls from Everly, who made up their minds they were good enough to win, and they went out and proved it. Seldom has this tournament had a more exciting championship game, or one with so many girls of outstanding ability on the floor at the same time. But the cattle feeders withstood the best that anybody could throw at them, and they won, the mark of a true champion. That's it for 1966. The championship game is now history. But another great tournament is coming up next year. We hope that you'll be there to enjoy it with us. Good luck, and so long till then.